As you see, I'm in a very special place. This time, I'm not in the Faculty of Economics and Business Administration. I'm at Darika Radio, and today we're speaking with Iskren Mitev, who is an entrepreneur. He's also a podcast host himself. And so first, can you introduce yourself, please? What is your everyday motivation? What do you do as a living?
I'm 36 years old. I graduated long ago the Sofia University and the faculty. How I identify myself, I'm a Bulgarian. I'm a father. Always defiant and always challenging trying to rebuild, build anew, and make the things around me better, which was not always turning out as I was expected, of course. With time, I understood that the purpose for me of life, let's say, is service. Mm-hmm. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger has a very, very good autobiographical book. It's called To Be Useful. So I think that is something that stuck with me very well, and I think that you have to be in service to the planet, to your community, to your country, to your wife, to your kids. So let's say that's what I'm thinking about when you ask me that question, and also about wealth, because I was studying economics, and wealth is something that is part of my mindset. As of course, as a male in Bulgaria, we have the responsibility, let's say, to provide wealth to the family, and I understood that at least for me, this year I decided to stop working, and not to stop working at all, but to stop working for the purpose of working, but to start working for the purpose of having a cause, to do something useful. And then understanding that real wealth is when you live to the understanding that you have enough. Mm-hmm. So this is, if I can introduce myself, I'm a father, servant, and somebody who believes that you have to live in the moment, and to be happy you need to have to understand that you have enough.
Mm-hmm. And do you remember when was your first time when you developed this sort of mindset of being in service and trying to create your own things, just being more mindful about what you want to do with your life?
I don't remember the exact moment because it was a build-up of moments, but I was so I started a company 12 years ago. Yeah. Let's say it started 12 years ago, but officially it's 10 years old. But so 4 years ago, while I was developing my company, at some point I was invited to join a political party. Yeah. And I left the company and was being in service of the. Yeah. I was a member of the parliament for 3 years, and this is the moment that I actually understood that there is something greater than just making money and having business, because the impact, because I created my business for many reasons. One of them was to have an impact. Yeah. And I understood that being a civil servant as a member of parliament, you are in a position to have much greater impact on your country, on your society, on your immediate environment than any business can afford. How many businesses can take decisions for the whole country? Yeah. So this was the moment that I understood that actually I felt that there is something more if you're looking for meaning, there is something much more powerful than the business, and it's it's service. Mm-hmm. So every act of service, it can be for the whole population, it can be for your family, it can be for your mother. Every act of service is let's say meaningful enough to fulfill whatever your need for meaning is.
Mm-hmm. And because we are also talking about people who are young and who are still trying to figure things out, I'm very interested because you're talking about your business Escreo, right?
Yes.
The startup. How do you come up with such an interesting and unique idea? Because it's not a digital product, it's a physical product, but it's a very innovative one with innovative materials. What was your brain process? How did you think of this idea? What was the story? And you were also I saw you were also Forbes 30 under 30. It was with Escreo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
the secret is that there is no right answer.
Yeah.
For my experience, even I cannot replicate the steps that have been done, and that's because everything is in a constant change, in also in your mindset, in the society, in your culture, in your positioning, everything. So if I have to extract, let's say, some answer that might be useful for the audience, is that start whatever is in front of you. Life has a very interesting way of giving you exactly what you need.
Yeah.
So not exactly what you want, very rarely what you want, but always what you need. So if you're hesitant about your idea, if your idea is good enough, live in that moment of hesitancy, because you need to learn a lesson to go to open the new door. I tried many different ideas before that. I started the company, an IT company. It didn't work out. Then I started another company. It didn't work out. If I have to go back to the previous question, you asked me, introduce yourself.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I am good at is sales. Yeah. And I understand that sales is not it is very personal process, but not being able to sell someone something is a process that you have to go through. This is with the ideas is the same. If you try something and it doesn't work out, don't consider it a failure. Consider it a lesson. Okay, what is the lesson from not being able to make an IT company? It's not for everyone. I was not good enough. I didn't know how to arrange the value proposition, whatever. There are many different things that can go wrong, but it's always about you, and it's always not about you. I mean, some people were very successful because of this is how the things build up despite their lack of competence. So if I have to sum it up, the idea is not so important. Actually, the idea, I don't think the idea is important at all. I think it's your ability to try many different ideas until you get into the situation that whatever you started is going to have the right soil to grow.
So you get an intuition if the idea works out in the end. You sort of try it out, and when do you know when to quit exactly an idea? It's a tricky moment, probably.
It is a very tricky moment, and it depends on your life situation.
Yeah.
If you're in a time that you need to make money to live, if you need a good salary, probably as fast as you stop making money. If you're in a situation that you can afford not to work, not to have an income, then the deeper you go into something, the more valuable the lessons. This is like searching for gold. For me, the answer here is, how much food do you have left? How much, if you consider it life versus death choice, if you have a very big backpack with Lutenica and bread, you can go very deep into the unknown. If you don't have a lot, then you're go up, restock, and then try again. So for me, it is a matter of how durable, in what life situation you are. Most of the people that I know, it takes 10 years to actually make it happen.
Yeah.
Most of the businesses, statistically, like we're speaking, I guess, to people who are studying statistics.
Yeah.
We all want to be unique, but in the end of the day, we're all part of the system and the statistics and the life and the environment. Usually takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And if you want to have a shortcut, it doesn't work out. Usually shortcuts are created to give us the idea that shortcuts don't work. Yeah. To build the resilience to go... I had an interview in that studio with Ivan Alexandrov from eBack. Mm-hmm. Very successful business today. Yeah. After 8 years of not being successful. Mm-hmm. Most of the... I think it's very good to get out to go out there and understand that usually men get the majority of their wealth after 50. Yeah. And this is how it works. So if you are 20 years old and you're listening to stories that people get rich at 20, you have to know that this is very rare. And pursuing riches is at one point you see that it has a very high price. Yeah.
Also, there is a statistics, I believe, that people start their first successful startup after 40 or something like that. There was a statistic before your 30s, 90% of startups fail. So yeah, for younger people, just try that startup and don't worry if it's gonna fail. I should have actually started with this. Could you actually describe what Escreo actually is, like just with a few sentences?
Yeah, basically it is a dry erase. It creates dry erasable surfaces, which in Bulgaria doesn't exist as a concept. Yeah. It is let's say a liquid whiteboard. Yeah. So it's a paint that you paint on the wall, and then it's a whiteboard. Yeah. What it looks from a chemical perspective, if you think about it, writing on a surface and then erasing it is making a surface dirty in a way that you can extract the dirt easily. Mm-hmm. So basically it is a chemical composition that is very resilient to dirt. Mm-hmm. And then we just...
And where is the most appropriate place for this product to be used?
The most appropriate place how it turned out to be in the what was our idea was that it is very good for schools, for kindergartens, for children's playrooms. Yeah. But it turned out actually the most sustainable customers are big companies. We're one big innovative companies. Mm-hmm. Meta is one of our biggest customers. Wow. So basically it's a Bulgarian company that provides the product for Meta.
Wow, this is really cool. And apart from that, I saw that you recently started another company, which is Beyond Work. Could you tell me more about this as well?
Yeah, so Beyond Work is it's a cause. It's not. I told you I'm not going. Yeah. I decided I'm not going to work anymore. I'm going to for work. I'm going to go after causes. So Beyond Work is trying to give a very specific answer to CEOs and HR directors, and it is the answer to the question, what is making the people who are working in that company work for that company? Mm-hmm. Why? Because we say there is always not enough people, not enough human capital, not enough human workforce. Yeah. Even countries like China experience a deficit of qualified workforce. So what we're trying to solve is this: to give you a focus. There is one very nice picture of Michael Phelps. Yeah. Taking his seventh medal. Yeah. And you can see the person right next to him looking at him while he's just looking straight. Yeah. So with time, I understood that what you put focus on, it grows. Mm-hmm. So it's very important when you put your focus on, and this is what Beyond Work is doing. We are trying to give focus and the answer to the question where to invest. So where to invest the limited resources of our organization, so we can keep the people who work for us, mm-hmm. make them feel better, and attract better people.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I'll be very interested to see how this goes because it's a very fresh startup. I think it's. Is it a startup actually, or is
yes, it is considered a startup.
Yeah.
Although the product was developed, it took a lot of time for the product to develop, and I just joined. Like actually, today is my first official working day. I just had a message from my co-founder. It's a woman, and I, as a man, I can give an advice to all the men out there. Like if you want to live a happy life, work for a woman.
We will try it out. Let's see how it goes.
I don't know. This is my experience.
Yeah, it's a cool idea. So yeah, let's see. I'd be very interested to see how it goes. Also, you've been involved in a lot of like mentorship programs. One of the most famous ones, of course, is ABO. I was at a Weekend Activator by ABO. And that was the place where I got actually my startup idea with which I participated in competitions and stuff. But can you share like your experience being a mentor, a teacher, a lecturer? How do you feel when you do this kind of stuff?
Being a mentor is a very selfish act because basically you learn more from the mentees.
Yeah.
And let's say I very much support that. And I also think that this is also part of the giving back service mentality. Like, I think that once you start making your progress or in whatever direction, whatever that means for you, I think you reach one point that you understand that you can make the next step only if you bring everyone along.
Yeah.
I mean, you cannot be the king of the jungle when in the jungle there is no one else.
Yeah.
Or if you want to continue going up to making progress in whatever direction you want, I think you should bring the people with you. And the best thing to do that is like to give that knowledge and share and just encourage, or like just give bad example, because sometimes bad example is better than good example, to the people who come after you. Because I don't know, this is how life works. We're part of the nature. We are nature.
Yeah.
And you see that actually how plants are growing. You have the new layer coming out on the old layer, and this is how it goes. So I'm 36 and I started participating from a very selfish perspective. I just wanted to, let's say, to learn from, to see yourself when you were at that point. It's very interesting when you teach someone about the first mistakes that you're making. You see them doing them now. It's like very interesting process. It's like if you want to learn something, teach it. So if you want to help yourself, you have to help the others.
Yeah, I think also working with younger people energizes you. I think that's one of the coolest parts of actually being a mentor, a lecturer. Young people have this sort of fresh energy that gives you ideas, like you said. It makes you a better person. And for young people, this is like the final thoughts of every episode I do. What advice would you give to a young person who has no idea what he's doing with his life? Maybe he's wandering between a corporate job or a startup job or in the public sector. What would you tell him to go more entrepreneurial?
It will be like not be fearless, because fear is a very, very useful emotion. But it would be find what you're afraid of and just do it. And I mean just go right to it. Like even if you don't want to physically do it, just think what would happen if you do it. And it's very rare that when you're young, I say it in a way it's not exactly like that, but let's say you're like immortal. There is nothing wrong that you have no wrong thing that you can do, except, I mean, if you stay away from drugs and gambling. If you stay away from drugs and gambling and like I'm talking about like very serious things.
Very.
Whatever you can do in your like choosing who to work for, where to work for, you have no wrong answer. you have one thing that the people after you don't have, and that's more time.
Yeah.
And when I'm speaking with very successful people who are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, usually their stories start when they were 35. I mean, I'm 35. I mean, you're 20 years old.
27, yeah.
So usually these people say that they started making real progress in their life after 35, 40-ish. And they say, I'm ready to give up everything I have today, everything, and just to be poor and to be 20 years old. So when you see that the majority of people who are old and super rich and have houses, personal planes, yachts, and 100 marriages behind them, 100 kids, and all of these people, they're telling you like, just if I can, I'm going to give everything that I was fighting for all my life just to have one more day at 20 years old. And then why do you have to become 80 years old millionaire to understand that the biggest riches in life is like this moment, today? Just live it, enjoy it, because it's not going to be for long. You're going to wake up and you're going to be that guy in 8 years old who is ready to give everything to come to be 27 years old. So that's my advice. Like, live your day, live your life like this is the last day of your life. Enjoy it, but plan that like you're living 100 years.
I really like, I don't know if you've heard, you've probably heard Gary Vee's philosophy. He always says like, if you're 25, you're basically a baby. So I think that is kind of true when you're in your 20s. Like, you're literally just like a child trying out things, like nothing bad's gonna happen. So yeah, it's a really great advice. I really loved the episode. I really loved the atmosphere here. It's very cool. I wish you all the best, because you're also a new host at this podcast, I believe. So yeah, this was episode 24, and see you in the next episode, guys.
Good luck to you, and thank you for the invitation. You're always welcome.
Thank you.
I'm going to, if you need anything and like you can share, I'm going to people can look at me in LinkedIn, ask me anything. I'm trying to be always easy to reach at.
Thank you very much. Thank you.